This is an ABP Live Podcast.
Hello everyone, welcome to Bollywood Binge and Beyond on ABP Live Podcasts. And today we have a very special guest with us, जिनको आपने देखा होगा in shows like Firsts, The Insiders, and I'm sure very recently you definitely binged watched her very recent show Jugaadistan. आई एम श्योर अब तक आप लोग समझ गए होंगे, बट जस्ट इन केस मैं स्टिल बता देती हूँ. टुडे आवर स्पेशल गेस्ट विद अस इज हिमिका बोस. हाय हिमिका, हाउ आर यू?
I'm very good, Niharika. How are you doing today?
I am doing very well. Welcome to Bollywood Binge and Beyond. Are you excited?
Yes, thank you so much for having me, guys. I'm very excited.
We are super excited to have you here as well. So what's up? क्या चल रहा है?
I am just finishing up some post-production work on like one project and one more day of shoot for another one. So बस काम ही चल रहा है and thankfully इंशाल्लाह अच्छा काम आता रहेगा.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल आएगा, क्यों नहीं आएगा. We've already seen you do so well in so many of your other projects. So last 2 years have been quite a ride, from pandemics to lockdowns and staying at home. So what was that one habit that you probably developed during these last 2 years that you really want to continue ahead in your life?
Habit that I developed is nothing as such, honestly, but I restarted doing a lot of things that I used to do as a like when I was young, like painting, writing. I started playing more of the uke that I used to, but abhi wo habit थोड़ी जा रही है. So thank you for reminding me. Yeah. But एक चीज जो I learned really nicely was cooking food. मतलब मैंने खाना बनाना अच्छे से सीख लिया है. So thanks to mom and WhatsApp videos and everything. That is one thing that I would definitely like want to keep.
What is that one dish that you learned and you really liked? मतलब you were like, इसके में तो मैं expert हो गई and I'm definitely going to make this for everyone. You know, show off के लिए, क्योंकि अब एक नई चीज learn किए तो everyone wants like कि ठीक है मैं भी show off करूँ अच्छे से.
I think my specialty in dishes prawn biryani. I make very good prawn biryani और मैंने already खिलाया भी है अपने दोस्तों को. And मेरे दोस्तों को बहुत पसंद है खाना. Oh, they love it. Like my best friend, he's moved to South Africa, and he left last year only. So वो अभी like आने वाला है वो अभी, and he is the first thing he told me like I want to eat, your prawn biryani. So I'm sure it's done well.
I'm sure it is. So tell us something about your role in Jugaadistan.
So in Jugaadistan, I'm playing this character whose name is Aarti. She's a second-year medical student, and she has like the passion to get into the beauty business side of it. So she starts her own entrepreneurship kind of thing that she's starting. But I don't want to it's her journey where she understands that if you want something, you need to work for it. And she works for it. And like just growing up in a way, understanding life as you go through. And also while this is happening, while she's learning, how to be an adult in herself, her best friend, who she's grown up with, her name is Ruhi, she gets into like, abhi tak to aapne dekh hi liya hoga thoda bahut, so I can tell you that she gets involved in a kind of scam. So is Aarti able to help her? Is she not? How do they go with it and stuff? Everything is there in the show.
So you just said that while Aarti was growing and she's adulting, so Aarti ki adulting journey and Himika ki adulting journey, did you see any similarities there, like college days, and were there any flashbacks that you felt while shooting?
See, when I say Aarti adulting, it's also like in a span of less than a year. So that adulting, as maybe I used the wrong word, but that adulting is not the main focus for her, in a way. But just like moving past that, Himika and Aarti are similar. I would definitely say that they are similar. So of course, there's a lot of similarities, but there's one major thing is that Aarti comes from a family of a single mother.
Hmm.
She doesn't have a father, so her struggles are very
Different.
different from Himika's because, and of course, like when I was working as Aarti, I was very grateful, like to be Himika, that I have
Yeah.
everything that I need and more. But yeah, of course, like when you're also acting and like developing a character, you always want to have a little bit of you in them.
True.
And somehow with Aarti, it was already there. So the ease was a lot more.
Yeah.
Like to play, it was just melting into the character somehow.
So I saw in all of your stories that you were a huge group of people working together and really awesome group of people, if I might.
Oh, yes.
So it must
Yes.
have been really fun working together on the set. So how was the whole experience?
It was definitely one of the best sets I've been in. Like with that big an ensemble, it was just the environment on set. Like we were not just friends amongst ourselves. We were friends with everyone on set. Like
Yeah.
from the person who would make food for us, and we had these things that every day, no matter what, when lunch break happens, all of us we had this long table
Yeah.
where all of us would sit together and eat. And that really like showed on screen, that everybody was so used to everyone. They were so comfortable. It was like, and also like since it's an ensemble, ऐसा भी होता था कि सब set पे हैं but scene किसी एक का ही चल रहा है, right?
हाँ.
Like for example, me, all of us there. So whoever is not shooting now, they would all sit together in one vanity. Everybody has their own vanity, but still somehow
Everyone
we'll
hang
all
out
sit together.
together.
We'll listen to
Yeah.
music all the time. Like it was never hard to find any of us. Like the AD team would just have to know कि आज किसकी vanity में बैठे हुए हैं. So everybody would be there. It was great. Like it was one of the best experiences I've had with that for sure.
Who was the
And I'm
foodie?
still like I've made.
Go ahead.
Sorry?
No. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying I've made such good friends from the show as well. Like
I think that's the best part, that you create such bonds that people actually get to see only on screen, but it's for you that it stays for so long, like beyond the show भी वो कितना लंबा चलता है. I think that's the best part about working with such a ensemble cast. Okay, so since you said that it was a really fun experience, so tell me, who was the foodie on the set, the biggest foodie on the set?
I think the best, like the funniest and the most bonding part of this whole thing was everyone loved food. Like Akash sir, the director, Akash sir and Aadhar, they both love food. So the people, like the person Ram Dada, who makes food for us, he has been working with Akash for a while. So he makes, like, he would feed us like this ki aaj maine ye naya banaya, you want to try this. It was like a thing.
Family wali.
So everybody's eaten so much. Like and honestly, yeah, like I also ate a lot. So it was great. Like everyone's a foodie, I would say. But if I have to count, I would say Akash sir, Taruk, Aadhar, not so much actually. Huh. Foodie, and me. I ate a lot of mutton. It became a
Nothing
joke
like
at once.
food to bond
Yeah.
over, right?
Oh yes, definitely.
Who was the lazy one on the set? मतलब जो definitely पता था कि ये तो late ही आएंगे. Or maybe someone
Wow.
you'd find sleeping in their vanity while probably their scene is to be shot or something like that.
Late तो कोई नहीं आता था because we always had, like, our set would always be at least 1 hour away from where we were staying. So in one car there were 2-3 people. So बाकी जो होते थे वो ही कहते चलो. Nobody got late. We made sure none of us got late, you know. And so honestly, when you're shooting for a show for that long, of course, I think हम सब like कभी ना कभी vanity में तो सोए ही हैं. There, like yeah, there are those days where you're just like आज सुबह 5 बजे की शिफ्ट थी, आज अभी मेरे पास 2 घंटे हैं, मैं सो जाती हूँ. So I think everybody, including me, we've all slept at least once or twice in the vanity.
So, Himika, you've played so many roles from Aarti to Lavanya to Shravya. Which role do you feel is really close to yourself? Like, if you were to think that, okay, this person is Himika, then who was the one that was the closest to you?
Wow, that's a great question. Honestly, as an actor, what I try most of the time is to make the character as different from me as I like as much as I can. Because that's the whole fight.
Yeah.
Because if your character is you, then what have you brought to the table?
True.
Being you in a way.
That's a very thoughtful thing to actually work upon.
So yeah, I cannot. But of course, so many times when you see yourself as like, yeah, this is so me. So that I think has happened with every character at least, because I know myself the most. I can see myself the most. Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there is of course a hint of you in every character you play, as I said earlier
Always.
as well. So that I've seen glimpses of myself in every character, and I cannot choose between one character that I love the most, because they've all taught me so much, and I've always grown from one character to the other. So
that's a nice thing to say, because again, as you said, that what would an actor bring to the table if their character is very similar to themselves, which is very true. And I don't think that at least a lot of people that I know would actually think in that direction. So that's a great way to proceed while working as an actor. And to see little glimpses of yourself in your characters is, I think, somewhat it also gives you a feeling of, yes, I did that right. I can see myself there. So I think that's a great way to proceed.
Thank you so much.
Acha, so tell me about some of your upcoming projects. We all saw you dancing on reels with Vishnu Kaushal. And so, like, what's cooking? What's coming up? What can we look forward to?
So there's this another project which you got it right, is with Vishnu Kaushal and Anshuman Malhotra.
Yeah.
Are the only two people you've seen. I don't know who else you've seen. I think I have posted on my stories and stuff. So yes, of course, there's Preet Kamani, there's Anshuman Malhotra, there's Mihir Ahuja, who's a very good actor as well, and there's Vishnu, and there's me, and there's Inayat Sood. So we are doing a show. I don't know what else I can tell you about it. It's going to be on Lionsgate Play as well, so you better download it. It's high time. And there's another project that I cannot say anything about right now, because I don't know how much I can talk about it, but I'm very excited about it. And I'm just finishing up with it. I just have one more day of shoot left, and we'll see how it comes when it comes out.
That's great. We are all looking forward to it. And I think abhi tak sabne app download kar liya hoga. Don't worry, because we are all already watching Jugaadistan.
Yeah, now if you haven't still, if you're one of the few who hasn't, I have another show that's coming on there. So now you have a double the reason to get there.
Yeah, high time that you actually do it. Okay, so now let's play a game. Isme, what you have to do is you have to be really quick in your answers. This is a game to get to know Himika better. Okay? You have to be really quick.
Wow, I like that.
First thing that comes to your head, just say it. Sochna nahi hai bilkul. ठीक है?
Okay, done.
Okay, so should we get started?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so what are the 3 things that are always there in your bag?
My AirPods, a notebook, like my Sudoku notebook, and a pen.
Okay. What were you doing immediately before our chat?
I had just actually come here for a meeting to meet a friend for a thing, and it's his house I'm doing the interview from. So yeah,
Okay.
that was what I was doing.
Okay. What is your favorite TV show?
Office, friends,
Okay. Which social media site do you use the most?
Instagram.
What would you say is your hidden talent?
My hidden talent,
Yeah.
I write poetry.
Okay, that's amazing. Can you tell me a guilty pleasure of yours?
Cheese.
So, what's your favorite street food?
Street food.
Yeah,
Momos and puchka.
the best. Perfect combination. Okay, who has been one of your favorite co-stars?
My favorite. Oh shit. Anshuman Malhotra.
Okay. Okay, so what's that one thing that you will
Because I worked with him
always
twice.
okay. What's that one thing that you will always find in your fridge?
In my fridge,
Yeah.
lemon.
Okay. If you were to have just one dish for the rest of your life, what will that be?
I cannot. I withdraw.
I think that is the downside of being a foodie. You cannot choose.
The moment you
I
give me
can
the
relate
same
to
thing to
that.
eat for 3 days, I can't.
I agree. Okay. I give you a pass in this question. It's okay.
Thank you so much.
What are the three words that describe you the best?
Emotional, funny, sarcastic.
Okay. Okay, so this is the last question. Iske baad. Okay, one big question and then just a fun one. Okay, so tell
Okay.
me that any one funny or very striking experience that you had in any of your shoots or sets that really every time that you think कि यार वो बहुत सही हुआ था, something of that sort if you remember. Maybe funny,
ये मुझे
maybe
थोड़ा सोचना
embarrassing,
पड़ेगा.
anything. कोई नहीं ये तो different है. This is different from that game
Yeah,
thing. It's okay.
this can't be rapid fire.
Yeah. It's not. It's
I'm
not.
so sorry. Something crazy that happened.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know if it's crazy, but I had a very beautiful experience this one time where I saw a double rainbow in the sky when we were
Oh
shooting,
wow. Okay.
and we were in Kerala. And it was and the first time in my life I saw a double rainbow, and it was so clear. Like that's the first thing that came to my head somehow. Wow.
That's
I
beautiful.
think there's so much happening. Yeah, I think
Mm.
I cannot think of this one thing that was like crazy because
Mm.
every day we're laughing on set somehow.
Just something, maybe not the one of the best, something that you maybe remember of that sort. Kuch bhi.
I think there was this one time I got lost
Okay.
on set.
Where was this?
Yeah, it was.
When did this happen?
This was I think some time back, 1.5 years. I think.
Okay.
And we were shooting somewhere, and I was in my zone. I was just walking around like shot is gonna happen. I'm just walking around doing my lines in my head. And then I look up and I'm like, wait, where am I? And then it took me, and my phone and all wasn't there with me because I was in my costume and I don't carry my phone when I'm shooting.
Yeah.
So I was like, now what? And I don't even know the exact place where I'm shooting. So it took me like 30 minutes. And I saw someone from there. I'm like, hey. Like, oh, hey. Like, yeah.
And then you were like, okay, now I can go back.
Yeah. Now I found someone I know.
Okay. Okay, just two more rapid fire questions. Sorry, my list just got a bit mixed up. So I'll just.
That's okay.
What's a song that's stuck in your head lately, or a song that you have been listening to on loop?
On loop, there's a song called Edamame.
Yeah.
Which is by Someone, oh God, that song. That song gets you up. So I've been listening to that a lot.
Thank you so much, Himika.
See
Thanks
you.
again. See you.
Bye. So nice speaking to you. Bye.
Thank you. Same here. Thank you.